Hey Barberton, this is Mayor William Judge with another session of question and answers. Appreciate you guys sending these questions in. I hope you're finding it useful. Please, when you do send it in, if you have a specific question about your street, your house, feel free to private message us your street or your address. Then we can get back to you personally about your situation, but answer the question in more of a general term for everyone else. So let's dive right into this. First question, can you go into detail regarding the property value change notices? So you've probably been, if you own property, you've been notified that Summit County's fiscal office is going through and increasing the value of the property. And so there is a notice going out. There's been a lot of information that's been out and about. There's actually a meeting tomorrow, Tuesday, August 15th, at the Active Adult Center between 1 and 8 p.m., where you can meet with fiscal department employees and ask your questions. They do ask for you to set up an appointment, and you can contact them. Let me give you the number there. You can contact them at 330-643-2710. So basically, the property values are rising throughout the entire state, not just Summit County. So this is actually run by the Ohio Department of Taxation. So they, through the state, have ordered an increase in county-wide properties, and that falls under the regulations of the fiscal office. So this comes from the state of Ohio, Ohio Department of Taxation, but the fiscal office here in Summit County is the one that has to kind of carry out that duty. So in this article I'm reading, which was in yesterday, Sunday, August 13th, Akron Beacon Journal, our fiscal officer, Kristen Scalise, put together a nice article on the when, where, why, how, all those good questions on this. So they have ordered counties across the state to increase values as much as 43%. State of Ohio, through their tax commissioner, has the complete authority to accept or deny a county's submittal abstract of real property's value. So here in Summit County, the average increase is 31.4%, which is below the what's been asked from the state, but they have accepted that. Now, per Ohio law, the county auditor, or fiscal officer in this case, is tasked with settling the market value of properties every 6 years, which was done in 2020, with an update every 3 years. So we are now in the sexennial reappraisal, which is more comprehensive than the triennial. So please contact them for more information, 330-643-2710, or you can visit the website at fiscaloffice.summitoh.net. It's important that you understand how this operates and how this functions, and get all of your questions answered. I hope I was able to shed a little bit of light on this. If you have more questions, please contact me. We're going on 4 minutes now with this question, and I want to make sure that I'm answering it, but we could talk for a lot longer than just 4 minutes on this one question. And this really isn't under my authority. It's under the fiscal office, so they would have more answers for you and be able to explain it in greater detail. But please contact me and let me know if you have more questions, and I can direct you in the right way. Next question. When will the city start enforcing speeding down Robinson Avenue? Especially during the evening hours, people are not paying attention, and it's dangerous for people who are out and about. Same complaint about State Street. We get a lot of complaints about speeding throughout the city, and this is probably one of the number one complaints or issues, not just in Barberton, but in all communities. I speak with a lot of mayors from throughout Northeast Ohio, and this is one of the top complaints. Our officers are out there. They are running radar. They are enforcing the speed limit. We do have the speed trailer out there as well, taking stats and data on speeders and number of vehicles. So we have gone out there and made quite a few citations for traffic violations. We will continue to do that. But please call us, on these main thoroughfares, especially with school starting. it's staying darker later, it's getting darker earlier. We want to make sure that people are safe. So contact us. It's very difficult to be there, have an officer there when people are speeding. If we knew that they were speeding at a certain time, then we would be there. And we can't have an officer sit and run radar 24 hours a day. Please contact us. This is something that we take at heart, and we put a lot of effort into trying to keep everyone safe. And for drivers out there, please just slow down. You will get there. No one ever got in a wreck by going, too slow. So go the speed limit. Be cautious of other drivers. Be cautious of your surroundings, and please make sure that you're being safe. Next question is the fountain at Lake Anna. Is the fountain coming back? The fountain motor is dead. We have to replace the entire motor. They were trying to rebuild it. They were trying to work with it and do what they can to get it up and running. If you recall, in the spring, the fountain was put back in, and then it was taken out very quickly. The motor had died. So we were hoping that we could get it kind of rebuilt and operational. That's not possible. So we're getting quotes for the motor itself. We were trying to get pieces and parts and quotes for that, but it's best just to get a whole new motor, because those pieces and parts weren't going to function and operate the fountain like it should be. So we're going to get a brand new motor. It just takes a lot of time logistically to find the motor that will fit that fountain and get it here and get it installed and operational. So we are hoping that we can get it done as soon as possible, but it's going to be kind of difficult because there's things out of our control, like the logistics of that. Next question. I want to know why we were told to boil our water, but was never given the all clear. You should have been notified if you come under a boil alert because of a water main break. We notify residents. You should have been notified when the all clear came through. So I'm not sure if the marker that they put on your house, maybe fell off, or maybe it just didn't get done. I'm not exactly sure. If you could give us a call or private message us with your street address and when that was, I can look into it a little further for you, but you should be notified when the boil alert is over. Why does the Barberton street sweeping schedule released in May of this year clearly state that only city streets with curbs on the streets are the ones to be swept? But then the mayor on Facebook said that other streets are swept as needed after storms and other issues. Whenever there's a buildup of debris in an intersection or on a street, we can go out and use the street sweeper to clean that up. We want to make sure that our streets are safe for vehicles, for pedestrians, for bicyclists. On a normal, regular basis, we only sweep streets that have curbs, and that schedule has been set for many years. But after a bad storm, there may be debris that is built up at an intersection. We want to make sure that is cleaned up, and so the most efficient way to do that is to take the street sweeper out and clean that up. So we will do streets that don't have curbs in special circumstances. Can the city get bushes cut down or trimmed blocking traffic views? So yes, this is line of sight. If you pull up to an intersection and you can't clearly see to your right or your left because of overgrown trees or bushes or what have you, please contact us and we will make sure that that's taken care of. There are 2 streets here listed with this question, and so I'll make sure that we get on top of that and notify the property owners so we can get those cut back. A question about a house on Lincoln Avenue has put their trash out in advance of trash day. This has been reported. So we will jump on this, make sure that they are tagged. There's certain times when you can put your trash out, and it can't be, days before your trash pickup day. So this has already been reported to the building department. We've already jumped on this. They should be notified of this by now, but I'll follow up and make sure that they have that proper notification. When do we expect to see any street resurfacing? I'm told to look at the press release about what streets will be done It's almost fall, and I believe I've seen one street get slowly resurfaced. Well, there's a number of streets that are being resurfaced this year, 19 on the residential side, and then 7 projects are being, larger scale projects are being done as well starting this year. So they've started working throughout the city on drive aprons and ADA ramps. They've already ground down Grandview Avenue, and 4th Street has been ground down and resurfaced. They started grinding down Norton Avenue this past weekend and should be out there today. So they are throughout the town on the south side, the west side, far west side, north side, east side. So they're staying very busy. It is, only the middle of August. They're still continuing to move forward. And so you'll see a lot more streets get completed here in the next few weeks. Last question. I'm not sure if this is a city issue. The sidewalk in front of the Outreach on the corner of 16th and Worcester Road is literally sinking, and I'm concerned with the possibility of potential collapse. I was just out there this weekend. This has been reported to our property maintenance and building department, engineering department. It has sunk quite a bit. Now all that's going to be replaced with the reconstruction of Worcester Road West. But until then, we're looking into this and hopefully have some answers very soon. That did sink a little bit. We want to make sure that it's safe for people using the sidewalk there. So that has been reported, and we'll have more information here soon. Those are all the questions we have. We'll be back in a few days for this week's questions. Please keep bringing those questions in, and we'll get you those answers. Thank you.